hip, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. I've got the legendary Shaquille O'Neal by my side. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. You know a guy I love to watch play, and opponents of his do not really enjoy it, is Al Jefferson.
Al, baby fundamentals, Jefferson. He's come a long way, Ernie. Growing up in a small town, Prentice, Mississippi. Ernie, check this out. His first hoop was a foot bath with the bottom cut out.
Come on.
Yes, a foot bath with the bottom cut out.
Huh.
So now they run their whole offense through him on the left block. The Celtics used to call it the Al productive spot.
Ah, very interesting. And a foot bath with the bottom cut out. How do you know that?
Because he has stinky feet.
Oh, and now you know the rest of the story. Here's Kevin Harlan.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke. So glad you could join us on this wonderful Saturday night. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Yeah, they got swept in the two games that they played against this club last year. They lost both of them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. MKG and Marvin Williams holding down the forward spots. And it's Jefferson in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Warriors shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Well, this is a club that shot 75% as a team from the free throw line last season.
We talked about what happened between these two teams last year, Steve. It was a pretty one-sided affair.
Yep, they just had a hard time finding anything that worked against these guys, Kevin. They really did. It was tough for them.
Great D that time from Curry. On defense, the Hornets, they come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
Here's Walker, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Henderson kicks to Jefferson. Shot from the wing. Again, the miss by Jefferson. Now, here's Curry. Off with the layup. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Warriors lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
Wednesday, November 19th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Cleveland. Do not miss it.
And the The first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Mo Williams out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Stevenson in at the small forward position.
Kemba Walker, quick, got a great handle on the ball. He's a blur in transition. And what I like about him, he's always looking to push the tempo for easy baskets. And he's tough, not afraid of the moment.
First free throw is good. And Walker tough to stay in front of, but yet Clark, he's become a great finisher around the rim.
Well, you have to be able to do that at his size. He's listed at 6'1", which I think is really generous. He's more 5'10", 5'11", and he understands that's an area that he has to continue to expand and add to be the potent offensive player he's capable of being. Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And they made their mark defensively that day. That was what was, I think, most impressive. Really caused a lot of problems in the paint.
Well, they spent a lot of that game in the air and got their hands on a lot of shots.
Now here's Barnes following the miss by Kemba Walker from outside the arc. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul.
A little over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
7 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Count the bucket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Williams. And so that's the end of the first half. The Warriors on top. They're up by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. The second half beginning in just a moment. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, and that's impressive.
On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Curry in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
Henderson passes to Jefferson. Baseline J on the way. Good, he hits the jump shot. Jefferson's got his first bucket of the night.
And I really like the set they ran there.
Curry attacking. Thompson outside. Iguodala dishes to Green. Jefferson with some nice D.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him. Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
On the wing, Thompson. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California.
in next Thursday, November 20th. Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers go up against Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat. Hoops action.
And, Steve, we've got a moment here to go to our State Farm assist of the game, coming on some very clever point guard play.
Well, he mans that position for a reason, Kevin, because he passes the ball so well, sets up his teammates beautifully, really gets this offense into a nice rhythm.
Delivering the pass important, but putting the pass in the right place for shooters, as you well know, is huge.
Yeah, no question.
And it's Golden State's ball. It's a three-point game. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. At the three, MKG and Cody Zeller at the four. Williams is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Biyombo at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
It's Williams with the drive. Left side, Williams. Here's Biyombo. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and you know that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Lee buries it.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a gift.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
17 seconds left in the game. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's Stevenson.
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a three.
Here's Thompson. It's off! So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Steph Curry.